Yes, people. Welcome to the Straightjacket podcast 196. And we are sponsored by BoohooMan. BoohooMan, make sure you go and get your jumpers, you go and get your hoodies, get it down. The link is in the description. Go and get yourself a 10% off, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, don't go to JD and all that where they do extortionate prices and all that. Go to BoohooMan. Get yourself nice, affordable jumpers, by the way, at good prices. The winter is coming, people. So go and get your hoodies, hats, you name it, man. Nuruddin's already getting the cold. He's feeling it already. I'll tell you what, Nuruddin, it is nippy when you go outside in the morning now.
No,
Like,
trust me.
honestly, you know what I do? I do this. And then you can see the water vapor coming out. And I'm like, yeah, the
Yeah, man.
winter is coming. But listen,
Winter's
man, we,
coming, bro.
we make yeah, exactly. Let's make sure, people, like I said, man, you get that vitamin D up and you're there and you're ready. But yeah, man, big up, man. I've had a good weekend already, man. You know what, man? I can't lie to you, man. This weekend has been a crazy one, man. Like, honestly, I was on the London Fashion Week catwalk, Nuruddin. Like, you know what, man? I still got to pinch myself because I'm like, shit, man, that's mad, you get me? Like, from where I was to kind of where I am now. Big up to the community for obviously, I'm supporting me and that. But yeah, man, I was on the catwalk, bro. I can't lie to you. The funny story was, yeah. So we're doing rehearsals in it, and I was like, damn, man, let me ask if everyone's a model as well. And luckily, everyone else was like fairly new in their like modeling career. So I was like, what do I do? Like, how do I style this walkout? So I thought, do I go with a Mourinho? Do I go like, all like, jazzy? Or do I just think, you know what? Let me just do my style, innit? And you know what the funniest thing was, yeah? When the show started, I thought, let me get the crowd going and, like say, go on, lads, let's go. But then I seen the first couple of people and they were a bit like, oh, who's this guy here coming out of somewhere? This is a Somali brother here. So I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to walk here. But I was zoned in. Maybe I was a bit zoned too in. But I was zoned in, but I just thought, let me just take it in and just enjoy myself, man. And
Yeah,
obviously, I
man.
got my suit out already. But yeah, man, big up the community and whatnot. Obviously, Expression was there as well, so big up Expression. But yeah, man, how you
Oh,
been, man,
Expression's
Nuruddin?
doing it as well.
Yeah, Expressions. No, he came in a bit late because he was at the Tottenham match, but he came into the event. But he was styled out as well, man. You know what I mean? So it was good to see the community and the brothers, man. We're out here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But
wicked,
the
man.
brand
Big up.
was Mercier. It's a Manchester brand, so we've got to support the community, man. So big up Mercier as well for the opportunity and etc. etc. London Fashion Week as well. So yeah, man. Listen, 007. You never know, man. I could be the next Somali Bond, man. You never know, man. You know, you know what I mean? Outside in 0161, you know what I mean? Trying to fight the
Yo,
crime in 0161.
0161 with a 007, mate. With those
I'm
10
telling
canoes.
you.
With those canoe shoes, bro. Those
Yeah.
shoes, bro. Dangerous.
By
But
the
that's
way,
what
I'm
you have
not
to
gonna.
wear, though.
That's the last
I
time I
don't
wear
know
them
why
shoes. By
everybody
the
got
way,
those shoes, though, because that's what you have to wear with a suit. You
I
can't be
know.
trainers too hard, bro.
This is what I mean. Like the shoes, yeah. Expressions that thought that was my toenail. The shoes I will get rid of, yeah, and I'll try and make some new shoes because everyone's bantering about the shoes, man. But yeah, man. Big up to
But you
everybody.
know what,
Nuruddin,
people? You know what? People are gonna design shoes you can wear with suits that look better, or
I know.
else it's the what we call them, the canoes, bro. The canoes, bro. You need to get on them, innit? They look like
I'm
canoes.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. But Nuruddin, man, how are you, man? Everything all good?
Yo, it was crazy in here last night. To be fair, I sound
Oh yeah,
croaky
tell us about
because
the story.
yo. So in my apartment there was a fire last night
Yeah, man.
downstairs. One of the flats just on the. I'm on the fourth floor in it. Third or fourth. It's like third,
Yeah,
fourth joint because there's
yeah.
a
I know them stairs. I know them
we've got a
stairs.
roof garden in it. We got a rooftop
Yeah.
above us, and it went off, bro. It went off. There's fire. There was fire, and this was like around 1 o'clock ish, and then it just went crazy, bro. So much smoke. Try to get out, see if my neighbors were all right. So much smoke. Had to get the box for the cats, when I take them to the vets and that.
Yeah.
I sort that out. Screaming at my neighbors, go to the roof in it because there was too much smoke and
Yeah.
hell of a commotion. So I inhaled a lot of smoke, bro. But the smoke was so much, bro. It's crazy. So I'm letting all the viewers know. Make sure your fire alarms, your fire detectors are all working. Trust me, from this experience. I know smoke kills people. It's not the actual fight; it's the smoke that kills people.
Smoke, yeah, of course.
Like, so please make sure all of you guys checking wherever you're living if there's a fire safety and where to assemble and where to meet people and stuff. And yeah, stay safe, people, because the fire was crazy. And that's why I sound croaky, bro. I was in the ambulance.
No, I hear you, man.
I was in I had to take in oxygen and all sorts, bro. But it's crazy, isn't it? Life.
Yeah.
Life
man. Life, man.
Hard, bro. Luckily, nobody's hurt. Nobody got burnt. Most of my neighbors were just all inhaled horrible smoke in it. So yeah, and everybody's shooking up. Everybody's shaking up.
No, 100%, man. I hope you're all right, man, and whatnot, man.
And big up to the fire brigade as well, because luckily I live like 2 streets away. There's a fire station, isn't it? 2 streets. Yeah,
Moss Side fire station. Yeah.
They were here quick, mate. And big up to the other fire brigade from the city centre and the ones who came from the Salford as well. So my road there was rammed. There's about seven fire trucks, man. Crazy,
man. Nah, man. I hope you're all right, man. Big up to everybody.
Because we live in a community. It's like
it's one tight knit community.
Yeah. So it's like if one apartment gets torched, it's like the fire escalates, man. And it was crazy, man. So I had to quickly put skulls and seed off in the box, man. We had to run out of the flat, man.
Yeah, man. Straight out, man. No messing around, man. There's no time for seed off.
I had to take him to John and Sheila's, John and Sheila.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Absolutely, man. But yeah, man, hopefully, you know what I mean, the couple are all right and whatnot. So yeah, man, big up to everybody watching. And make sure you do, guys, smash a like on the video on this podcast. 196. We are 4 weeks away from 200 podcasts. And that podcast, I tell you what, we're going to do something special, man. We're going to either go back to the old route, so we're actually going to make sure it's going to be a big episode. So big up to everybody that's watching right now. Please smash a like on the video. Ronald Jacob with a super chat. Big up to you. Forget our rivals. Even we are not messing around this season. We have seen that Eric Ten Hag has a winning team and he continues to use them. Just want to see Garnacho getting more chance over Elanga on the left. Yeah, the Garnacho one is a funny one. I think he will get his chance, but I feel like maybe the problems that he's had in pre-season, he has to still justify him being into the team. So, but yeah, man, like I said, man, we didn't play this week. We were meant to have our annual 3 points against Leeds, and I say that with no disrespect, but we have been beating Leeds like there's no tomorrow. But we didn't. Arsenal and Tottenham played, but these two keep on winning, man. Yeah. As much as I love to banter Arsenal, and as much as I love to say, you know what, that the meltdown's always around the corner, you have to understand that they're doing their thing, man. Arsenal. Who should we start on first? Arsenal. Tottenham. Arsenal. You know, from where we were, Nuruddin, when we were down there, we were saying, sing bros and get the wine out and get the bottle. That comment there they've looked ever kind of good since, man. You know what I mean? So fair play to Arsenal. I know that the meltdown's always around the corner. I told Babs that on the Lad Bible. But for now, Nuruddin, Saliba has made a difference to their defense, man. Massively. That guy, we talk about Rolls Royce Varane. I don't know what he is. I don't know if he's a Ferrari or if he's a I don't know. You know what I mean? A different Lamborghini. But this guy is quick. He's aggressive. You know what I mean, bro? Like, he's made a difference. Jesus up front as well. Xhaka's reformed for some reason. This Xhaka, I can't wait till he gets a red card, man. When is his next red card due? Honestly, because I want the fan base to hate him. I don't like the fan base liking him. For some reason right now, the fan base are like, yo, we love Xhaka. I'm like, get the red cards back in, Xhaka. Do what you do best.
Calamity.
Hey,
Mr. Calamity. Yo, he's turned to a baller now, to be fair. You know what? He's on the same form that he is usually for Switzerland, Like, he's a big player for Switzerland.
Yeah, he is, to be fair.
But what was more impressive yesterday for Arsenal, for me, what impressed me the most yesterday was the fact that they had Odegaard missing, Zinchenko missing. Who else did they have? They had another injuries. Smith Rowe's not been fit most of the season, so they were missing like players, bro. And they went there and no smoke. And shout out to the young king that made his debut, man. The youngest ever.
Oh, yeah. I forgot his name, but yeah, 15 years old, man. Bloody hell. What was I doing 15,
man? Shout him out, man. Shout him out because, trust me.
I was egging my teacher's room at 15.
But what was impressive was that, they're hungry, bro. They look hungry. And you know what? They've got a way of playing. They're shifting the ball, the passing, you know what? The directness, the way they're defending, they're fighting for each ball. Like, people are getting yellow cards like Jesus. And I said to people, I take Jesus, like Man United, some United fans are like, what? You don't know what you're talking about.
But he would never come because of the City rivalry. But I get what you mean.
No. But listen, so what? They took Tevez, man. F that.
I know. To be fair, that's true. To be fair, but I get what you mean, though. You know what I mean? There's a difference.
To me, he's a baller, and I don't know what this Brazilian coach is doing. And now the mad thing about it,
they're stacked, though. They're stacked, Lord. They're stacked in that department.
But who's going to play up front though? Who's going to be their striker?
They've got Firmino. They've got Cunha. They've got Neymar could play that number false nine.
Nah, but listen, I'm telling you now, Fabinho, Bobby Sunshine is not on the same form as Jesus right now. Jesus is the best Brazilian striker in the world right now.
You know why, though? You know why? Because a couple of years ago, I think he was given the opportunity to play up front for Brazil, and he chose to play on the right. So I don't know if it's the fact that he has
pressure, but now he's more about himself, though. He's more about himself. So the Don should play now, man. He should play. He should be playing, man.
No, I'm saying, right, but they are stacked up front. But if they play a fluid formation, they don't play like a. No, you know what I'm saying? They play with fluidity.
But I'm telling you now, he is like Bobby, but Bobby like 3-4 years ago. Bobby struggled with injuries, innit? Bobby Firmino struggled with injuries, but Jesus now for me as an all-rounder, it's the best Brazilian striker forward right now. Because you see how my guy bumps people. He bumps you like Harry Kane. He bumps people, then controls the ball. It's crazy, bro. And you know what? Brentford never got out of like.
It makes me so angry, Norridin. It makes me so angry, man.
The fact was, and Arsenal went there and absolutely minimized them to one shot, I think. 1 or 2
I know.
shots.
Because you know what we did, though? We played into their hands. We allowed them to get that second ball. Arsenal never allowed them to get the second balls. What we did was we waited to the second balls. Belay Visual says, what happened to wait and see? What do you mean? What does he mean?
Oh, you weren't there when I did the space in it, because I did a thing called Wait and See, judging Man United transfer, and it was abysmal, as you know, Belly Visual. Now we know Casemiro is not a Ten Hag signing because you don't play him. He plays Anthony though.
I think we have to wait though, because McTominay's playing good though. That's the reason why.
McTominay's playing good, but you know the people that Ten Hag, Martinez, Eriksen, Anthony, they go straight into the team, man, into the first 11.
Honestly, if I find out that is the case and he doesn't end up playing him throughout the whole season, I'd actually lose my mind, man. So let's hope. I'm not hoping for McTominay to be bad, but I hope that he gets into the team.
He's a professional guy, that he's gonna get used to. It's gonna take time. I said to everything, it's gonna take time for him to get used to English football. This ain't Spanish football, man. And by the way, while we're on that, can we just pay some solidarity to Vinícius Jr? Bally, Vinícius Jr, mate. Bally, get behind.
By the way, they were racist last night, you know.
Yo, Bally is a Bally funk. It's a style of music, innit? It's black music from the favelas, right?
Yeah.
And he loves to dance in it when he scores in it. You know what black people are like, innit? Wherever we are in the world, we love to dance, man.
Yeah, it's part of our expression.
It's part of our culture. So in Spain now, they got this racism where teams are targeting him because of his record, innit? Now he's becoming one of the best players. He's got better numbers than Messi and Ronaldo in the top. Yo, he's got better numbers.
He's the most improved player in the last 2 years.
Bro, he's got numbers like Messi and Ronaldo didn't even have at the same time at his age, bro. That's what his numbers are in the league. And
it's Baila, not Bali. But you get the gist of it.
You know what? We call it Baila.
They're out tonight. The pronunciation are out tonight.
Listen, we're calling it Bali Funk. That's what we call it. Bali Funk. And Bali Vinícius Jr, mate. Obrigado. That's what you say. Thank you to whoever that is, innit? At the end of the day, the Spanish teams are targeting him. They're targeting him because he takes the mick out of people, innit? And now every time they try to foul him, try to take him out, like I'm talking about high challenges. Referees are not protecting him, and he's then shoving it down their throats, like saying, "Yo,
I couldn't believe the racism last night. You know, before the game,
man,
before the game, though, the chance that is just like how Spanish FA do not do anything about it and just ban, like, you know, fans not coming to the stadium for at least, you know, a couple of games or whatever, just to make sure that race.
Atletico Madrid, some of their fucking fans are Nazis, mate. They're like neo-Nazis, bro.
Wow.
Let's talk about a country that has fascism, and there are people with fascist ideologies still. I'm not saying all Spanish people are fascist, far from it. A lot of the Spanish people that when I've been to Spain have been amazing and wonderful, but racism is there in your face, mate. It is. Let's not mince any words about it. That don't mean that I'm condoning whole of Spain. Nah, I live in a country that's one of the most racist as well. Are you kidding me? People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, mate. But we're saying it's a problem over there, and people don't even want to talk about it. And you've got, can you imagine like the likes of like Gary Lineker calling you a monkey? That's what one of the guys has done on that famous TV program.
Oh yeah, El Chogrito.
Yeah, man. And then my guy's like, oh, I didn't mean it. I mean, it's like, don't play the monkey. Yeah. Nah, when you use the word monkey and a black person, it only means one thing, mate. It only means one thing. So don't do it. So solidarity with him. Solidarity with him. Vinícius Jr. Do what you're doing, King. Yeah. Dance all you like. Celebrate life all you like.
Absolutely.
Shove it down their throat. Every time you put a banger in, dance. Dance and enjoy yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad that we know he's having to come out and explain himself why he's dancing. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, who would have thought that would, you know, kind of. But again, they want to take away our form of expression, the way we kind of our culture. It's sad, but that's the world we're living in now, and it shouldn't happen, man. But let's see if the Spanish FA do something about it. Let's see.
Nothing, man, bro. They're not. But
that's what I'm saying.
They're not
exactly.
Listen, they're not doing anything. Even Atletico Madrid have not come out and made a statement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Atletico Madrid has come out and not made a statement saying that we can, you know, we these fans don't speak for the football club because they don't care. They don't care.
No,
they do not care.
No, so, I'm not. I'm from Somalia. Anyone in the chat saying I'm not Ethiopian, but we're neighboring countries. But,
no, we're same people, man. East Africa, man.
East Africa, yeah.
The borderlines are all put up by colonizers, man. So let's get into it. Right,
East Africa,
mate. East Africa, yeah. That's what we are.
Absolutely. But yeah, going back to the thing with Arsenal, we have to stress here is that they are party away from their midfield looking a bit, you know, you see it with United, they're very, very suspect. You know, for me, Jesus up front as well. No disrespect to Nketiah. Them two for me. And obviously, with the Saliba one, I think they might get away with it in terms of Ben White and Gabriel can form a little bit of a partnership. But them two there, Partey and Jesus, are so integral to what they do. Obviously, and Saka as well.
To be fair,
Odegaard as well. So as much as they're doing well, you know what I mean? We do have to still realize it's 7 games in. Once they play the top 6 teams as well, will they have the same nerve as well? You know what I mean? So that's one thing as well. But this season, this could be back to throwback, Norton, where the top 6 have to beat each other to maybe confirm their place into the top 4. You know, this might be, you know how back in the day where we used to everyone used to beat all the teams around you, and then it was a case of the lesser teams. And then when you face the top 6 games, it was the hype, it was a build-up. You have to go and beat your home games. You have to go out and get a result away from home. Fergie used to do it a lot. Go and get that draw away from home and get a positive result, because you don't let the home team gain advantage. You want the home team to be depressed that they haven't got the 3 points. So one thing Ten Hag has done this season, which I'm confident about, is that in the games that the top 6 games, he's actually had a plan and said, you know what, this is how we're playing. And we go, because Fergie never used to play good football all the time against the big games. So let's understand that Arsenal are doing well. Let's give credit where they're going for. But also, you got to realize this is a long season right now. And let's see if they have that. Because let's be real, Arsene Wenger used to play pretty football as well. Let's not kid ourselves. And you know what I mean? They still, you know, sometimes will fall short in certain situations. So end of the day, give them credit, but they're playing well, Nuruddin, and they're finding that consistency. That's why I said, and the title of the video is, our rivals are not messing around. They're not messing around, man.
No, they're not.
And Tottenham on the other hand as well.
You said, listen, key figures, Saliba, Odegaard, Jesus, Partey, those 4 are big miss. They're a big miss. But what I'm seeing from Arsenal still, even if any of those guys are out, they're still playing similar football, bro. There's
Yeah,
still that
I
football.
know.
They've got an understanding, a clear, distinct way of playing. They're playing. So we'll see. We'll see. But at this moment in time, Arsenal, like is
No,
that
but again, you didn't understand what I said. You know what I mean? This again, you know what I mean? All I'm trying to say to you, two things can be right, you know. Like all I'm trying to say to you is that your one or two key positions, these are very, very much key, and then it could fall apart. You
Tell
know
them
what I mean? And the
something.
same for you and I. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just letting you know your facts as your team. I'm not kind of saying one thing is for everyone. If Tottenham lose Harry Kane and who else is so integral to their team? Kulusevski, you know. If they go out, I'm just saying, like, Arteta as well has not managed with injuries well. That's been the reign of his career.
That's why they
Management of
missed
his.
out on the Champions League last season.
That's it, exactly. Because he couldn't sort that injuries out. He then shipped off Aubameyang without finding a replacement for him. Okay, Ketia did well. But like I said, Arsenal with their management of injuries and the transfer window in January, they didn't really take advantage of it. And then they let few players out on loan and then they crumbled. So, by the way, someone saying La Liga have condemned the racist chant towards Vinícius. But go and act upon that and find them and do act accordingly. So, let's move on to Tottenham.
If there was any justice, they wouldn't be playing behind Atletico Madrid and any other team, any other stadium behind closed doors. Then you'll see. Then you'll see fans going to fans, stop being racist. Because we want to watch our game.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Tottenham as well, man. This Son guy came out of nowhere and chose violence as well, man. Bloody hell, man. When I was at the fashion show, I was checking my phone thinking, yeah, man, come on, Leicester, Brendan Rodgers. And then I just check it. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, Leicester in it. Flipping hell. And by the way, that Brendan Rodgers, yeah, people wanted him to come to Man United. I remember people coming at me on shows and different topics. Why are you putting your nose down to Brendan Rodgers? He's better than Ollie. He should be United manager. I said, are you kidding me? He scores the most goals. His shocking stat is, Nordin. He's the manager, or Leicester concede the amount of goals that they concede through set pieces. Yeah. It's an absolute joke. And that record was from last season. Sorry?
Yeah, and they've hired
from last season.
Coach, and they've hired a set piece coach this season.
Oh my God. By the way, and you know what? Big up to AFE. It's not his fault. I absolutely agree with you. It's not his fault. But I'll tell you what, man. You, as a coach, should be looking at and organizing your defense and helping out, man. But that keeper's on drugs, by the way. That Ward guy, I don't know what he's on, man. He's not normal, that guy. And I think he's someone said match fixing. Honestly, man, I don't want to put people's, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just here to judge football, yeah. But something's booky with that guy. They let go of Schmeichel and didn't give him the contract he deserved, and then they go and get this Danny Ward who's been second fiddle for so many years. But Tottenham, you know what? Yeah, people say, I did say that. No,
to be fair, it wasn't a 6-2 game.
It wasn't a 6-2 game. It wasn't. But Tottenham can play ugly and win. You know what I mean? They can do that because they've got the players there. Sonny, match winner. Kane, match winner. They've got match winners in their team. They've got Richarlison who can come on and do a thing. And with Antonio Conte, I always said it with Tottenham fans, is that, and now Conte, what he did fair play to him is he brought Son on the right time. He's tactically changed it a little bit. So he's adaptable. So, Nuruddin, you saying that Conte is not adaptable in his tactics, you know what I mean? He's done it. They're scoring goals.
In that first half, all I see was Leicester attacking them, bro. They were counter-attacking. That's not better. They're counter-attacking against Leicester at home.
But if they win, would they be bothered? I don't think Tottenham fans would bother.
They were counter-attacking against Leicester at home. Let's not get it too twisted. At the end of the day, Son had something for him. Had to shove it down Conte's throat, saying, why are you dropping me? Right? With his negative tactics. Why can't you play the three up front? Richarlison, Son, and
because
Harry
they need Kulusevski. Because Kulusevski is better on the right. And you see the ball that he gave into Harry Kane. Conte knows what's going on. Conte had a plan. Conte brought on Son, and he changed the game at the end and scored the goals and made a difference. This is Conte tactics, Nordin. This is what he does. He planned the game.
Listen, Leicester have got been beaten. They've not. How many games have Leicester won? The bottom of the league, bro. For the
bottom
reason.
Of the league.
The bottom of the league for the reason. But to me, I won't think it was a 6-week. I've seen Man United smash teams, and I didn't think it was 6-2 or 5 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Leicester made chances. Lloris made 2 fantastic saves when he was like 3-2. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, Leicester's struggling when the luck is going against you, innit? When you're down at the bottom, down on your luck, that's what happens. And at the end of the day, that's what happens. But Conte, he did what he at the moment. Their Tottenham are doing what they need to do, but we'll see when they get the top opponents in it.
Well, you know what it is, yeah. The thing that I think now people are starting to realize is that teams are not messing around now. They're being like they need to get the 3 points. They need to improve their consistency. And you know what? Tottenham are having their best season ever. Arsenal are having their best season ever. It's the battle of consistency. And I know that is so tongue in cheek and it's cliche or whatever you want to say it, but United have got a tough October. Arsenal have got their games and whatnot, but we need to just be winning games and grinding them out. Maybe it's not the season where we play pretty football. Maybe it's not the season where Tottenham, everybody has different styles. Different styles make different fights. You don't see every fighter fighting the same.
Nah, but at home though. Listen, at home though, I want my team to attack, man. I want them to have the ball. I want them to be building a pressure, not just waiting and try to counter-attack.
Is that the pressure of the top 4 race though? Is that, can you do,
Nah, man, that's Conte's tactics, bro. That nobody telling me Conte plays expansive football and is a modern coach. He plays, he's the type of guy that's what I'm saying to you. But I don't want to see that Old Trafford. I see that for 6 years, bro. I don't want to see it. At the moment, I have to swallow it because we've got a horrendous football team and bottle jobs. And Ten Hag's got to do what he's got to do to try to safeguard his own job.
Yeah.
And that's why they need to go. We're going to be talking about it on my show. Yeah. He wants signings in January. We need another midfielder, a striker, and a right back. And maybe another centre back. They're telling him no. The Glazers know more about football than Ten Hag, and they're telling him no.
Yeah,
we're going to be discussing that at 6:35 on United Real Therapy. We'll break that down, people. And we'll also have an update from the women's, what they're doing to the women's team. Hopefully, Natalie's going to join us. But it's going to be... Listen, at the end of the day, we know our squad is bare. It's horrendous. It's bare. We get 2-3 injuries. See you later, mate. We're back to... I said it. We have 4 injuries. We're back to last year's midfield, last year's centre halves. That's
the scary one for me. It's a centre half, The midfield, I don't mind, because you can get Fred in there, you can get Casemiro, you've got Donny in there, but it's the centre backs that scare me the most. If we lose Varane or Martinez, and Maguire comes back in, and one, you know what I mean, and then Luke Shaw comes possibly, I'm worried. That's when I'm worried, man, because I'm like, damn, man, I can't have that because it's like the way we play. Our centre backs are so keen, Nuruddin. Lisandro Martinez is honestly is such a key signing. Eriksen as well, like you said in that midfield as well. Eriksen. But this here comment here: thoughts on Man United having the lowest defensive line height?
Yeah, listen,
in terms of average, overall,
Yeah, you know what, Kelly's? Big up Kelly's, by the way. Chief United Real Therapy.
Yeah, big up Kelly's, man.
Yeah, big up Kelly's. I say to this, it's not about your height. It's about what the intensity you play with. It's about the intensity you play with. For me, it's not about the height. Sometimes you can put people off. You can put people off. You have to know as a defender when the ball's in the air how to put people off. And to be fair, that's why McTominay's been in the team. How many aerial duels has he won in our box when the ball comes in?
I'd be interested to see, Be interested to see what that stat is.
He's headed away a lot. One of the biggest reasons why Scott McTominay's been in the United team is because of headers. And the maddest thing about it is that, actually, if you look at the stat for stat, Casemiro's are better in the air. People don't know Casemiro's deadly in the air. He's actually got better stats than McTominay. Of course, Casemiro's not played in the Premier League where they pump balls in. But in Madrid and in the Champions League, he's got brilliant stats in terms of aerial dominance. He is brilliant header of the ball. But for me, he's going to get used to it. Like I always say as well, people, those words might come back to haunt me or whatever, and I'm happy because I always put my opinion out there. I'm never going to sit on the fence, people.
No, you never. Don't do that. Don't ever do that, yeah.
I'm telling you now, Real Madrid do not let people go who's still on the up. They don't. 2 teams.
Let's not do this again.
Nah, man, I'm telling you again and again. 2 teams. Bayern Munich and Real Madrid do not sell players who are on the up. Now, they sell players who are on the way up that are not ready, like Odegaard, right? But it is what it is. So I
think
hope
Casemiro will come into this team. It's just a matter of when, not if.
I hope to be proven wrong, but he's a better passer, obviously, than Scott McTominay. His levels, but he's just not getting across the ground enough. He's not. Even in that Europa League game, he didn't cover the ground.
Mm. You know what it is though? It's about understanding what our team is. We're still understanding
It's true. It's
what
true.
our team is. We need to understand what our team is. Right now, we're
no, it's not even that. Listen, it's about him understanding how the team plays in a Ten Hag system. He's never played that system. He's never played that system. So it's about him understanding how to play in that system.
Big up PKs as good question, guys. If you think United is getting top 4, which other teams will miss out? The thing is, I generally think
getting top 4.
Hey, what?
Did you see the rascal behind me?
Yeah. You don't think United get top 4?
I don't think they are.
Nah, we're going to get top 4, man.
Nah, Saeed.
But everyone's going to be short, though.
Saeed, where do you get this confidence from?
No, but everyone can be short, though.
Saeed, look, where is it going?
I know, yeah. You know what I mean? Big up Scholesy in the cut. Big up to they let Casemiro go because of Valverde. Exactly. Another thing that Valverde is doing that role as well now for them.
Yeah, like I said to you, that they had ready-made guys, but they don't let players who are vital to the way they play go, bro.
The reason why United are making top 4, let me break it down for you. Arsenal's I still think
do you remember when I used to terrorize you? Do you remember when I used to terrorize you, Saeed?
You do. I do remember. Scholesy, can you see me? Yeah, he's not bothered.
Who's here? Who's here? Look at this. Look at this there. Look at the screen there. He's like, let me go, man. Let me go.
Let me go, man. Let me go. Man United, big up to Shavam Gosh, man. Appreciate the super chat. Man United were top of the league under Ollie in 2020-21 season after 17 games, and we all know where we fell off. As much as I didn't rate Ollie, he got 3rd and 2nd, something which Arteta couldn't get in 2.5 years. Listen, for me, giving credit to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, for that 2nd and 3rd, it doesn't really mean anything, Norton, because the way he left the squad, the way he kind of contributed to our downfall.
No, Saeed, come on.
Not really. I'll be honest with you. But there's no basis of giving credit.
I have to. What's
the point? Give me a reason why I should give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer credit for that.
Even though it was mitigating circumstances with a lockdown and everything, right? We have to give him credit. Since Fergie, the only manager that's finished consecutively 3rd and 2nd has been Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Now,
you don't give credit to Mourinho for winning the Carabao Cup and the Europa League.
No, Saeed, how we went about it is different. Did I enjoy the football? No, I didn't.
But again, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was counter-attacking football, though.
Of course, that's what I'm saying to you. I didn't agree with that football. But if you're gonna give Conte at the props, you have to give Ole the props, mate.
No, but you got to realize, Let me just explain something to you. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, by the way, Mourinho and Conte, who will leave their squad in a better position?
No, I'm not talking. Listen, what they bought as well. I'll ask a simple question. In terms of, since Fergie retired, has there been better manager in terms of league positioning than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer since Fergie left?
I understand that, but it depends.
No. We're not getting past this.
League position without a trophy means absolutely FO.
Football, by the way.
League position without a trophy. What does it mean? What does it mean, league position without a trophy?
No, but I'm just saying to you, at this moment in time, Conte's won Zilt, right?
Has it finished? You can't really talk about Conte. Let's talk about Ole versus Mourinho. Mourinho gave me trophies, and that's why I'll always give him the utmost respect.
The Mickey Mouses.
That's what I'm saying again. So you're talking about the idea of giving credit, but you won't give credit to a guy who won the European trophy and a League Cup.
That's a personal thing for me. I'm not asked about that Mickey Mouse trophies, bro. I'm not. You grew up with it as well, so don't laugh at me. When did you see United celebrating a League Cup win under Fergie? Never. We never celebrated things like that.
I can't lie to you, man. The 2005 one, I enjoyed it, man, because we never won a trophy for a while. That period there, we lost the FA Cup to Arsenal. What else did we? Between 2004 and 2006, we won one FA Cup, the League Cup.
I only recognise the FA Cup, man.
That was it, though. We didn't really remember it.
Listen. I went and got some lamb and rice from Wimmy Road, mate. When we won the FA Cup, mate, I celebrated that. I went out. I was stepping out into town. Cup holders, Man United. The FA Cup, I'll celebrate it all day, every day, because it's part of my tradition as a United fan. Some of you young guns will just take any Mickey Mouse trophy and you'll think, we won a trophy. No. Liverpool fans can't ever speak to me because I tell them, You only won the FA Cup, mate. I don't recognise that as a trophy. And true Liverpool fans know that. True Liverpool fans know. Mickey Mouse. Liverpool beat us, Saeed. They beat us in the. You go on and ask any Liverpool fan, are they going to brag, oh, we beat you in the League Cup final? No. It's shameful to brag about that.
To where the barometer is different because they've won, a lot of European trophies, and obviously they've got bigger things to brag about. But I'm going to big up to everybody here, Dub. There's 800 of us here, and we've only on 200 likes, man. Come on, people, man. Let's get at least...
Shameful. It's shameful. I'm telling you now, all you mans are acting like you're those fans that booed Vinícius Jr. and the other brother, and me and Saeed and Vinícius. Saeed is finishes and I'm the other brother.
Yeah,
We're dancing on that pitch, and you guys are like, just like, nah, I can't press the like. Press the like, man. What's wrong with you guys?
Yeah, someone's asking you a question. PK, big up to PK, says, Nerd, if you don't think United will get top 4, who do you think will? We haven't even done our predictions yet. On the Straightjacket podcast, yeah? What's your predictions this season?
I can't see anybody stopping City.
Well, listen, City. I want to think about that until the Thursday before the Manchester derby when I'm doing a preview with Big Steve. Apart from that, I'm not thinking about the derby until then because it's a long way. But yeah, go on. Man City to win the league. Who's second?
I think Liverpool are going to try to come back, but at this moment in time, Spurs and Arsenal, their forms at this moment in time, and then Chelsea will have to get back into it as well. I think it's Liverpool as well. I think people think Liverpool are away. They're away. No, Liverpool are coming back, mate. They're not away. You can't just put them away. Yeah, to me, they're not being put away, man. Unless they get horrific injuries. I think, Saeed, what's going to dictate this season who finishes 4 is the running. To me, us and Arsenal are at disadvantage. We are at disadvantage. We know
in the Europa League. I know
we know Conte's record in the Champions League is not that great. Let's get this right.
But do you reckon the Europa League might hinder Arsenal and United?
And United in terms of injuries and the amount of games. That's why I don't think. And there's going to be a moment in the season where Ten Hag, Arteta, all have to look at them and think, is we concentrate on the league or should we try to win this trophy?
Yeah, that's true, Say now, Conte goes out the Champions League in the last 60. You know how we did in February against Atletico Madrid? They then have to... Yeah, then they become one of the favourites because then they can solely concentrate on the league. Chelsea, I don't know how far they go into the competition. They might even go out. They might join us in the Europa League, by the way. That's one thing a lot of Chelsea fans have to humble themselves. You guys, if you don't get enough points in this next 2 games as well in terms of AC Milan, because they're probably the favourites to go through, you should be looking over your shoulder thinking, damn, we might be in the Europa League here. So that's on one team there. I think the one with Potter, is the fact that will he get the same balance that he did at Brighton, innit? The balance of what he does and how he can transpire onto that pitch. Will it do it? And obviously the player power as well is another thing. But like I said, it's difficult. My theory is why United are making top 4 is that A, I believe in what Ten Hag is doing. And B, I look at Chelsea, and I look at the dynamic at Chelsea. If he doesn't get it wrong, it could be a catastrophic, kind of situation at Chelsea, to the fact that, it's not guaranteed that Graham Potter will somehow flourish at Chelsea. That's one thing I'm banking on there. And that's this, by the way, this top 4 race, you have to rely on certain things kind of working in your favor. And I look at Arteta's management of his team, and the way they bottled last year's the Champions League running. When they had it to themselves, they were in control of a Tottenham. 4 points ahead.
Weren't they? Something like that.
Yeah, at one point, wasn't it? Something like that. Anyway, but I just look at his management, and I think when it matters the most, he crumbles, man. And that's where my basis is. And I look at Ten Hag, and I look at the way he's approached the top 6 games. I can see that, he's got a plan for Man United. And that's all it is. You see what I mean?
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. It's to me, I'm gonna let me break it down for the viewers, yeah? This season, in terms of Spurs, Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United, Liverpool, those 5 teams vying for 3 places all depends on what, Saeed? Injury fatigue management. I repeat for the people at the back. Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs, It's all about in the crazy congested season ever we're going to have. It's one of the most congested seasons ever. Before the World Cup and after the World Cup, it's 3 days it's a 3 days game. There's not going to be any more coaching. Who's at disadvantage? Man United. We've got a new manager. Chelsea, they've got a new manager. Both those managers are disadvantaged. Why? Because we can't really do the coaching the way you want to integrate your substitutes into being first team players and start.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Right? We can't do that. So us and Chelsea are in the periphery. Now, Liverpool, Spurs, and Arsenal is all about fatigue and injury management. If you can't manage the fatigue and injury management, and then we can break it down even further. Arsenal, for me, have a particular way of playing. Even when the subs come on, they play in the same way. Arteta now has absolutely pinned down a way of playing. If Nketiah has to be striker for 3 months, 4 months, would he still cause?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But he's been the one that last season, and you would argue the season before, the way they've crumbled through injuries, he's not been good at all in managing that. And that's where I look at his like I said, his style of football for me, you know what, they play good football. Let's not kid ourselves. He is a decent coach. That's why I said, with Arteta running, I always said Arteta was a better coach in terms of his style of football and his philosophy. But game isn't all about just coaches. Well, you've got a man manage as well. When things go wrong, when there's a crisis management, how do you deal with it? Do you see what I mean, Nordin? And Arteta hasn't done with it well. The reason why I put this is my predictions, by the way, Nordin. I've gone for Man City to win the league, Tottenham to finish second, Liverpool to finish third, and I've gone for United to finish fourth. What do you make of that? So City to win the league, Tottenham to finish second, Liverpool to finish third, and United to get top 4.
What? So who's missing out? Arsenal
and Chelsea. What? What do you want me to say?
I don't know about that, Saeed.
Why not?
I don't know about that, bro.
Why
Honestly,
not?
At this moment in time, the way it looks, it's like Arsenal are securing that place. But there has to be a moment.
The season's not finished, though.
Listen, no. I'm saying to you, there has to. It's how they navigate the injuries and the Europa League. There has to be a time where Arteta has got to make a point. Do I go through with this? Do I concentrate on the league, getting the position in the league, or do I concentrate on the Europa League? That has to be the time.
You know what it is, though? What do you think Ten Hag would do? Would he concentrate on the winning the cup or getting top 4? Like, which one would he do you reckon? What do you reckon he would do? Would Ten Hag concentrate on the Europa League, or do you reckon he would concentrate on the league? What do you think like his mindset would be? Because it's like it's one of them. Like, what do you reckon? Be honest.
I think he keeps talking about trophies. I think he wants to win a trophy at Man United. Even though I hate it. If he gives him more time and whatever. You know what I mean? I think he wants to win a trophy. Because he keeps talking about trophies. He keeps saying, trophy. I think he will more likely come to the later rounds. We have to finish top in our group, by the way, to get into the last 16.
Yeah, to get into the
And then after that, he might make the calculation. It's only, 6 games or something like that. You know what I mean?
Is there any United fans in this chat that think we're getting top 4, by the way? Because I've seen a lot of people say we're not making top 4. Is there any United fans in the chat that think, or even rival fans, do you think we're getting top 4? Is there any Arsenal fans that don't think they're getting top 4? Like, I don't know. I just think, I look at him, I think right now, Ten Hag will look at the situation that's happened last season. This guy will do his research. He will look at injury prevention. He will look at the fact that I've got to give game time here. I've got to manage the squad here.
What are you talking about injury prevention? We've got one of the most, you need a lot of help in that department. The Glazers.
Yes.
You know that. Listen, the Glazers have absolutely not done a proper job in that training ground. They've not updated. Do you think they've updated personnel as well and improved on injury and rehab and injury prevention? Do you think they've done that? Did you see what he said in his last interview? He said, we need to focus. We need to analyze the club structure. We need to analyze targets for January, targets for flipping summer, and all of that shut down. Glazers are coming out going, nah, mate, forget about that.
But you know what it is, though? It's going to be like for everyone, though. It's going to be like that for everyone, though. So there's not a clear reason why United are not going to finish top 4.
Saeed, are you kidding me? Martial, Ronaldo's been the way he's been like.
But Jesus could come off and then they got Nketiah. Everyone's got that same feeling.
I've told you, yes, but they're playing better football.
The only reason why I say Conte's why do you think I said Conte's above us? Why do you think I said Conte's above us? Because Conte's a better manager than Ten Hag in terms of, like, you know, elite coaches. He's a coach who has seen and done it. He's a respectable coach. That's why I put him ahead of Ten Hag. That's the only one. Arteta's not a better coach. And I would say Graham Potter's learning his trade, so I don't know whether what he's doing at Brighton can go and transpire.
Chelsea are just starting in it after what happened to them.
That's what I'm saying to you.
They're just starting a new project, right? Man United have just started a new guy with a new manager, but with the same shit old players. Where Ralph Rangnick is telling you we need 10 players, Man United only bought in 5. We still need 10 players, mate.
Yeah.
And at the moment, we're nowhere near there. Arsenal, even though they got their subs, yesterday with their subs, you know how difficult it is to go to Brentford? It's not easy to go there and they smashed them out of sight, Saeed. They smashed them out of sight.
But you know what it is, though? With that Brentford one, I'm more looking at the fact that was a lot of Maguire and De Gea attacks and Luke Shaw, man. You know what I mean? That day, man.
Stop that, man.
You know, I'll be real with you, man. We weren't prepared, man. And I think Ten Hag made a big mistake there with giving players, you know, the trust and trusting certain players that didn't really have his back, man. I'll be real with you, man. I'll be real with you.
I'll explain it, bro. Big up.
But Chris Sal says it's too early.
It is too early. It is too early. We haven't got enough data in it to go on this. But I'm telling you, it's about who controls their injuries and their rehab.
You know, Nuruddin, I'm normally a realist, you know.
It's about
I'm normally a realist. I'm normally a realist. Big up to Sally, by the way. I think Arsenal United are getting top 4, so Tottenham, I think. Listen, I'm normally a realist here. I'll normally say, you know what?
United are not about Conte because he's won 1 Premier League and 1 FA Cup.
No, I'm not because I still think he's a good coach and he's a good manager. Like, I still respect Antonio Conte. You know what I mean? A lot of people are
at this moment in time, they know they can't get a better manager than him, so they've backed him. They have backed him, and he's still moaning. He's still telling you, "Oh, I didn't want these players." That's
accountability. I'd rather have a manager that moans than just says, "You know what? I'm happy with everything. I'll take that. I'll take this." Nobody can give me a clear idea or a clear reason as to why Man United won't make top 4. Everybody's
at this moment in time, without Man United having a striker, a midfield player, and a centre half, we're not getting it. We're not.
But Arsenal are the same, though. Arsenal
but they play better football. They're 3 years into their coaching and the method.
Yeah, I understand that. But part of their coaching and whatnot still depends on the fact that Nketiah and Jesus holding the ball well. He allows to bring others into play. Will Nketiah do the same thing?
No, but you know what?
When they missed Partey in that midfield, they couldn't control that midfield. They couldn't.
They missed
and then they lost it.
Listen, they missed Partey yesterday in a difficult ground to go where Brentford play the averages and bumped the ball in the air, and they just ate that up and absolutely smashed them. I'm telling you, side. When I looked at who Arsenal,
it doesn't matter about the football. Exactly, it doesn't matter about the football.
Listen, I'm looking at it going, this is a tricky game for Arsenal. See what happened to them last season? They got buried. This season they went there and ate them, mate. They ate them, and they were like anymore. Just listen. The Brentford goalkeeper made 3 other fantastic saves. Could have been 6. And they balled them. They limited them to a couple of shots from outside and 1 or 2 headers from set pieces.
United have a better squad than Arsenal's, SK is saying.
Yeah, on paper, but we've got a new manager he's only been in and he's already found out the way he wants to play cannot play that. And I'm telling you again, if we play Crystal Palace this weekend, no Rashford, no Martial, right? It would have been a tough. with Ronaldo doing what Ronaldo's doing, who's not fit, who's not integrating into the team.
No, would we have had Rashford? Was he injured?
Listen, like I said to you.
By the way, I have given credit to Arsenal. By the way, just for the people that think I'm just making my team. I'm giving better reasons for my team to make top 4. I'm also analysing what Arsenal could do, but there isn't.
Listen, Saeed, we have one injury at the back, and we're back to Maguire.
That one, I can agree with you. That's a big area. I understand that, but also Arsenal have got other problems that might mean bigger to them that we could take advantage of it in a sense.
Oh, listen, but he might have a plan B. So he might have a plan B to play better,
but history tells you otherwise. History, which I've got history. You don't have history. Do you have history about Arteta's management skills?
Yo, yesterday they played better without Odegaard and Zinchenko. He's been one of their best players, those 2 signings. And Partey. They're winning games without Partey, Zinchenko, and Odegaard.
Yeah, big up Sally, man. I'm confident about Man United and Ten Hag. That's what I'm confident about.
Sally! Big up Sally, right?
Big up Sally, man. Sally has my back. Nuruddin, where's he? You're supposed to be having my back here.
I'll ask you this. You know who owns your club? The Glazers. You know what's your transfer strategy? Glazonomics.
But she's an Arsenal fan. I think Sally's an Arsenal fan. Sally's an Arsenal fan, I think.
We needed 10 players. 10 players. But
Sally's an Arsenal fan.
We got 5. So that's what no matter. I'm explaining to her. Man United needed 10 players. We got 5.
I understand that. You understand that? Yeah. Saeed, bro, I hear what you're saying, but about us Arsenal regarded last season. But now we've been playing now. How could you be completely cut us out of the top 4? Come on, man. Listen, I've considered you out because I'm picking Man United. How is that not fair? Like, how is it hard to understand? I'm looking at
That's true. I agree.
You know what I mean? That's all I'm doing. And you know what?
They were 11 points clear, I think, of us, of Spurs and whatever, and they crumbled. Listen, like you know when you get that, apple pie, right?
The apple pie. Arsenal apple pie.
Listen, mate, apple pie is the worst thing for me. But I remember when you got it in school or college, right? You used to just put the fork in it and it used to crumble. Arsenal crumbled, mate. So that's why Saeed has got. I'm just saying to you, this season, I look at the way you're playing and the level of confidence and belief and mentality.
Absolutely, fair play.
That you have
credit.
In these
credit
games.
True. Yeah.
You have, even though we bantered you, because you always think, you know what we are? We are always, we just always kill your joy in it. You come to OT, you give it the big uns, you have all your records, and all your records get ended at OT. Your records all get ended at OT, right? So, at the end of the day, it's simple. For me, Arsenal so far look like the more resilient team.
I give you that one. But also, Man United look resilient as well.
They look mentally strong.
Yeah, credit
where it's an absolute disgrace, Rocco Tick, for that news that you're telling me. How many people watch
5 minutes. We've got 5 minutes to get. We've got 759. We've got 5 minutes to reach 400 likes, people. Come on, we could do it. Big up to Nate H, by the way. Big up to you. Message me on Instagram, man. Love for Nate H on the super chat. Big up Saeed for the content, Saeed Nuruddin. When I come to Manchester for a match shoot, I want to come chat some football with you guys. Yo, bro, let us know when you come down. We'll even pick you up from Piccadilly Station. That's what we'll do, man. So come down. We'll pick you up. We'll get you some food and we'll look after you, man. Don't worry, man. Big up Nate, man. Love, man. Yeah, man. Definitely let us know when you're coming down, bro. Nuruddin is right. We haven't been investing enough in our squad, and that's the main reason we won't be finishing top 4. I absolutely do. And by the way, we will talk about that on Nuruddin's channel in about 5 minutes' time. But like I said, I'm just putting our strengths and our qualities, and I'm putting it against Arsenal, and I'm putting it against Chelsea, and I'm just giving myself, people can say it's deluded, but it's still a viable reason as to why I think United will finish above Arsenal and Chelsea in that top 4 race. I just think I believe in our own strengths. I believe in our own qualities. Everyone will have injuries. But like I said, we don't have Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as manager anymore. We actually have a coach who then will, when things get stickier, when things get tough, will then have a team behind him who will then coordinate things and understand that, right, this game is meant to be for that game. Right, let's give a rest to this player here. Let's do this to this. We've got a coach now, Nori. We need to stop thinking that we've got bloody Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as manager and Ralph Rangnick when he wasn't a manager and had control over the squad. We've got Ten Hag, man. Let's have the chest. But also, we have to understand our limitations. We also have to understand our limitations. We're not there yet as a team. We know that there's going to be deficiencies in our squad. But you know what? I look at the steel, I look at the determination, and I think, you know what, man, we can finish top 4. We can do it.
Saeed, I need that. I need you to go into that dressing room against Man City, giving them the speech, man, giving them that speech, because I want to believe that. But I just look at, you know what? If we had an injury and rehab and injury prevention, if that was brilliant, I'd be confident, Saeed. And I'm not confident. I'm not. You've seen what Martial come out with. You've seen what Rashford's come out with. You've seen even Harry Maguire, as apparently.
And who are they all talking about? Who are they all talking about?
Yes.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Saeed, but I told you, the level of...
And one second. And who has given Martial the biggest time off and told him, do not come back until you're ready? Who has done that?
Saeed,
but answer the question. Answer the question.
Listen, and I'm telling you, I understand that. But I also understand, if any of you watch that Tottenham documentary where Jose is telling the doctors and the injury and rehab team, I need some back. And they're like, listen, nah, I can lose my job. I can lose my job if I give Son the clearance. So we've still got people who were giving, in our injury and rehab, giving players the clearance. Giving players the clearance for them to go and play.
Sancho needs to push on. Listen, we got a lot of things to push on. But like I said, man.
Sancho's still disappearing in fast parts of the game.
I think this season he's been playing well.
No, he's been good. Saeed, he's been good because in terms of the numbers. But in the game.
But you know what, to be honest with you, the thing is, what he's doing is not anything bad. He's still in his shape. Like, you know what it is, I think we need to clarify 2 things here. Last season, when Rashford and everyone, by the way, not just Rashford, when they weren't like effective in the game, they were also bad and bad going backwards as well. Sancho is still in his position. He still holds his line. He's still helping in the team shape. Like, Sancho is doing a lot off the ball that people are not looking at. Helps our system.
On the side, I understand
and
that.
Pressing as well.
But on the ball, he needs to do more because he's so composed in the box. We've seen
it.
We're
playing counter-attacking style now. So I think, once we get a few of the Martials back and, you know what I mean, we have a bit of consistency, you'll see a better Sancho. I promise you, Nuruddin. It's just that right now, the game is helping McTominay, is helping Bruno, and it's helping Rashford. They're the 3 notable players that are working right now. Obviously, Eriksen's playing much more deeper as well. And it is allowing the players that are counter-attacking to play that ball in between. There's a reason why Eriksen is playing deep. There's a reason why. Because right now our style of play is helping the guys who are counter-attacking.
Of course.
Yeah. So listen, people, man, it's been a pleasure. Please smash a like on the video. Go on, Nuruddin.
I understand everything you're saying, but I don't trust our injury and rehab department. I don't trust them.
Yeah.
I don't trust them. And I think Man United, I always said to you, Man United need a striker. We need a striker that can hold up the ball and bring people into play. We don't have that. We need another creative midfielder. If Eriksen now gets injured, we're done for in terms of creativity.
That's one thing I can agree with you.
We're done, right?
Yeah.
If Varane was to get injured, Maguire's coming back and we're done.
Maguire, man, listen, he needs to stay away from this team, man. That's one player.
To me, you know what I mean? He's had 4 or 5 amazing games. Absolutely incredible games. Where? On the bench. Amazing. Harry Maguire on the bench.
I thought where you go with this.
He's the best centre-half I've seen ever.
Yeah.
He sits there, look, proper posture, sitting back there, sit pretty, cheer on the team after goals that we score, support the team, just be next to us. You're brilliant at that position. You're brilliant. Yeah. Nobody ever thought you'd be amazing in that position. You are.
Yep, there you go.
But guys, we're going to be talking about the women's team. We're going to be talking about the women's team. We're going to be talking about the Glazers in terms of the football structure of our football club.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure you come and join us, man. Absolutely, man. Make sure you go and get your BoohooMan jumpers. Like I said, man, you get 10% off here and you get kitted out, man. Don't go to JD and all these places when you're in a living crisis right now. These guys have got affordable prices for their jumpers, hoodie. Honestly, it's not even expensive, man. I've been on a website. It's affordable prices. Go and get your hoodies. And the quality, Lord, and tell them, man, it keeps you warm, innit?
Yo, trust me.
It keeps you warm, man. So
everybody, you know what? You were not the only person to call me LL Cool J, man. I stepped out and people were like,
I told you, man.
You're flexing. I'm like, easy now. People have been asking, man. I've been letting them know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And obviously, Saliba had to come in there and say, Saliba, best defender in the league. You know what? After Lisandro Martinez, he's the best defender in the league.
Listen,
you know what I mean? But I'm only joking. He's doing well.
Yo, Same Yassi told us, to be fair. He told us.
Yeah, he did. He did, to be fair. I give him that. He did tell us, to be fair. So big up to Zayn Miassi. Make sure you go get your BoohooMan. Get 10% off. Link in the description below. Like I said, big up to Vinícius Jr. Solidarity with him. Big up to everybody that saw my the fashion when I did the fashion day. I want to give credit to everybody for, you know, I mean, giving me the platform. Obviously, giving me the opportunity. You know what I mean? You guys in the community. Straightjacket podcast. We're 4 weeks away. Nuruddin, we need to plan that show. You need to tell Fruit to close down the shop for an hour while we can do, because you know the Kuwaitis and that, they love to talk in it, you know what I mean, in the background. So we're gonna close down the shop for an hour, and then we're gonna make sure we do this Jacket podcast at Fruit.
Big up. Listen, big up to everybody, man. Listen, big up Saeed, man, innit? Upwards and onwards, bro. That's how it is.
Love, man. Exactly, man. Always, man. That's what we want for everyone to win, man. That's the main thing in life. People love, and yeah, man, come check us out on the United Real Therapy. Thank you.